the more that you, the more that he has to guess at if you're giving him the correct information, the more he's going to slow down. So you need to really think about your handling choices and make sure that, okay, when he's coming over this jump, is it really clear to him where the next obstacle is that he's supposed to go? If you find that you're going to be really pushing his line there, then you need to do a front or a blind somewhere before that so that you're not having to push, because if he's going to doubt that what you're telling him is true, and he's going to slow down, okay? He's a careful, sensitive dog, and that's what they do. Okay, here's your jumper's run. We'll watch it in regular time. There, he gets his shake out of the way, and you stay connected. It's much better. We're going to talk a lot about this wrap when we do it in slow motion here. From what I saw at the trial, wrapping that direction of that jump was not, there were a lot of issues with wrapping that side. But we'll talk more about that when we watch it in slow motion. You do a nice front there. I don't know if you have bad knees or trouble doing fronts, but that also would have been a really nice and easy place for you to do a blind. Get him moving down this line. Do a rear cross on the flat. He reads that pretty well. That was a pretty nice run. Okay, so we'll watch it in slow motion. Beginning 1, 2, 3 is fine. He seems to speed up about mid-run. Okay, now this wrap. So there's a few things to say about wraps in general. There's a few things that you need to consider as a handler, which side you're going to choose to wrap that jump. You need to consider which side of the jump sets my dog up best for the next obstacle. In this case, wrapping the dog this way let the dog have pretty much a straight-on approach to the weave poles. And I don't know even if it's a longer path. Sometimes that's something to consider. If wrapping one side or the other is a significantly longer path than the other. But in this case, I kind of doubt that it is. The other thing to consider is your dog's effort. Some dogs are really great and have no problem wrapping tight around a stanchion. They don't even miss a beat. Some dogs, and they don't have to change leads. So for some dogs, that's important. For some dogs, it's actually faster, even if the path is a little bit longer, to let those dogs slice this jump and then turn. And I think that Simon, in this case, Simon would have been better off letting him slice the jump and then turn the other way. Yes, there's a lead change, but it's also just a lot more straightforward about where to go, and asking a dog to do a wrap around a stanchion is going to slow any dog down, even a fast dog. And with Simon, you need the straightest line possible from obstacle to obstacle because it's going to be the fastest for him. Okay? So now you get a back jump on this, and I'm going to show you. We back up. So right here, you're indicating this jump. You get him over the jump, you turn, and now again, you're indicating this jump. Ignoring that he was supposed to do a wrap, and if you just look at this picture the way that it is, the way that you are, the way that you're looking, the way that your left arm is kind of out just a little tiny bit from your body, you are cueing that jump. And a lot of people do this wrong on wraps. What you should have done if you ever have to do a wrap is when you get him over the jump, when he's coming, you need to take a step or two back this way so that he sees your motion coming back this way, and it'll help draw him out in this direction and around that jump. Okay? Another thing is when he back jumps, you make a noise, and you need to not ever make any noise at all with this dog when you're running agility unless it's a positive good boy sound. Okay, he's very careful and he's sensitive, and that mistake was yours and not his, and you basically mark it by sort of making this oh sound, and it's really hard to do. It's human nature, but if you can train yourself that when that sort of thing happens to say good boy instead, believe it or not, it will help. Okay, he's a little bit lower confidence, and you need to do what you can to help him keep his confidence up and improve it if you can. Okay, so after the weaves we go to the triple, and then there's another jump out there like a pinwheel, and you do a front cross. It's very nice. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Blind would have been just as fine if a blind is easier for you. And you do a good job of watching him and staying connected with him. You're looking at him a lot, which is good. You don't want to look directly at him, though, because looking directly at him is a collection cue. Now here, you choose to pull him this way, which is fine. He reads it really nice. He has really nice lines here, and you do a rear on the flat. It's very nice. He reads it. Your execution of it is great. I don't have a huge problem with it, except that we are wanting this dog to have as much speed on the course as possible. Okay? I don't know if you have trouble making course time. My guess is sometimes that you do. So coming around here, after you get him over this jump here, Nancy, you can run. You could have easily come down here and done a front cross after the double. Easy, easy, easy. Okay? Look at how slow you're having to go. You could have easily, and you running down this line to do the front is just going to speed him up. It's a straight line, okay? Now going in a pinwheel, like back in this corner, yeah, you want to make sure you stay with him because it's a pinwheel, okay? But in a straight line like that, he's going to come with you and he's going to take the next jump. So you could have come down here, done a cross between these two jumps, then he would have been on your left, and then after you get him over this jump and this jump, you could have done another cross right here between these two jumps, and then the more you can stay ahead of him and show him where to go next, the faster he's going to get, okay? You could have, I don't think I would have recommended a blind here. I tried that with one of my dogs, and it didn't work so well, so the front was definitely better. You probably could do a blind between these two jumps pretty easily, okay? So again, your ending was fine, your dog read it, your execution of it was fine, but that doesn't mean that it can't be better and that you can't get a little bit more speed out of him. And avoiding that rear cross in the flat is one way. And here again, you're pushing. So if you were on this side pulling, I think it would have been a little bit better for him. But it was a nice run. Good job, and thanks again.